Before I start this video, I want to say y'all gonna have to excuse me because I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. Once again, it's like the second time in like a month. So keep that in mind. You could probably hear it in my voice a little bit. But anyway, the title of this live stream is Time Skips Discovered Possibly. Now, I kind of, well, I started off by saying this. Yesterday, I was kind of doing a little research on some things, and I looked up when Tupac died, and that was September 13th, 1996. Now, when I saw that, I immediately was like, okay, let me go back and look and see what day that was on. You know, I wanted to try to get an understanding. And I went back on the calendar all the way back to 1996, September, and uh, September 13th. And I saw that it was on a Friday. Now, this kind of like rung a bell to me, kind of, because on September 13th this year was also on a Friday. And that day was kind of weird. The energy was very, very strange. I don't know if any of y'all in here remember anything from that Friday. It was this year, September 13th. But the energy was very weird. It was very strange. It felt dark. You know, it kind of felt kind of sinister almost. You see what I'm saying? Almost like that dream state kind of feeling when you know where you can kind of just feel things and kind of your senses is kind of going off. That's how it felt. You see what I'm saying? So I said to myself, I'm like, damn, you know, Tupac died on that day. So that's when I went back, you know, to the calendar. Well, I kind of already did that. And when I went back to the calendar, that's when I was like, okay, let me go and look and see if it's always, if Friday is always, you know, September the 13th. So I started checking the calendar on the years. And I realized something. The days alternate. Like, okay, so let me say this. In 1996, September the 13th was on a Friday. Okay? So that means 1997, September the 13th should be on Saturday. And then 1998, September the 13th should be on Sunday. And it goes on and on and on and on like that. So it's like every 6 years, really 7, but 6, every 6 years, you know, it goes on a cycle. So every 6 years, it'll go back to that day. So if September the 13th is on Friday in 1996, that means 6 years later, really 7, but 6 years later, September the 13th to be on Friday again. You see what I'm saying? So I realized that, and how I figured this out is because, like I said, I did that to where I went to 1997 and I looked to see if September 13th was on Friday, and it was on Saturday. Damn. And then when I went to 1998, it was on Sunday. Then 99, Monday. Then Tuesday. Then Wednesday. And I saw this and I was like, huh. So I started checking further and further and further. Like I started going as far as I can. And what I realized is every 4 years, on the year that a new president is supposed to be elected, what happens is, say Friday the 13th was on Wednesday in, we'll say 2000. In 2004, when a new president is being elected, let's see, that's 4 days. So if it's on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It should be on Saturday. So in 2004, it should have been on September the 13th, should have been on Saturday. But instead, it'd be on Sunday every 4 years. Every 4 years, it does this. You can go back in the calendar and check for yourself. So every 4 years, it'll skip. It's almost like it skip a year. You see what I'm saying? And it end up on Saturday instead of, it'll end up being on Sunday instead of Saturday like it's supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? And this is every 4 years when a new president is elected. Every 4 years. You see what I'm saying? So with common sense and just thinking on logical terms, if I'm checking year by year and it's moving on that cycle that I just told you about, that means that cycle, that's a cycle. You see what I'm saying? Like, it ain't supposed to alter and switch around like that unless it's skipping a year or some shit like that. You see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm basically trying to get at? So what I think and what I believe is every single 4 years when a new president is supposed to come, some way, somehow, these people, maybe it's not even them. Maybe it's just a natural cause. But a year is skipped, family. Like, that's what I think. You see what I'm saying? That's the only possible way to explain that. A year is like, it's completely, it's not there. It's gone. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I said, it's almost like it's some type of time skip. Maybe they do this because, you know, they gotta try to bring in, you know, that new 4 years for that president. You know what I'm saying? Just in case the president change or some shit like that, they move into like another cycle. You see? And when I went a little bit further into this, you know, trying to, you know, go deeper into it, damn, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, if you add up those missing years from 1996, I forgot how many it was exactly. Oh, there's 6 missing years. If you go back and you add up all those missing years from 1996, there's 6 missing years. So with that being said, if that's the case, we should really be in 2030 right now instead of 2024. You see what I'm saying? If that's the case, if that's really what's happening, if it's really skipping years like that, we should be in 2030. Now, with that being said, we've already been pretty much told by a lot of people that in 2030 is the year that they're supposed to start doing these so-called pickups and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? Like the pickups of the certain people that's supposed to be leaving and going to these new places with these extraterrestrials. So with that being said, that might explain the reason why the world is in the state that it is in, like these wars and stuff, all this craziness is happening, so much is being revealed and things of this nature, because like a lot of us have already said, 2024 had to be like the last year for this system at least. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying the world is going to explode on December 31st, 2024. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is 2024 seems like the last year for the status quo, normal civilization or society. And I know that shit ain't been normal since like 2019, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, this might be the last year for this system that we know of, meaning the jobs, the grocery stores, the businesses, you know, all the things that's been established by so-called America. To me, that's what it seems like. You see what I'm saying? So who knows, fam? Who knows? And somebody might try to come in and be like, oh, that's because every 4 years we go into a leap year. And that means that we blah, blah. Man, what the hell does leap mean? You see what I'm saying? Like, what you mean by leap year? What are you talking about? That almost sound like, yeah, we call it leap year because that's it. That's just that we skip that year. So it's almost like we leap over that year and go to the next one. You see what I'm saying? That'd be crazy, y'all. That'd be crazy um, if that shit is real, you know. And one other thing I say is with um, another thing I checked is 2024 is on. It's like on the right schedule. Like 2024 is not one of those so-called leap years. You see, so it's like maybe things are like on the right path this year. You see, and that's the reason why stuff is happening the way it's happening. So yeah, I figured that out. Y'all can go and check it out yourself. And for those that watch the replay and everybody else, y'all can go check this shit out for yourself, man. See if you can come up with something deeper, if you can realize something deeper about what I just explained. But that's how much I got so far. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I appreciate y'all that came in here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. Chief, I'm out.